newspaper is one of the key thing that you should do for UPSC preparation. So most of the people have this doubt how to do newspaper. So in newspaper, first you should find out some very good data points. Newspaper is a source where you can get data points. So your eye should be for some good data that you can take it up. Then the second thing is editorials. So you have variety of editorials in the newspaper. You should first give preference to those which are given by distinguished members like the governor or the secretaries that they have written. Third, you can follow some daily news analysis which they have provided linkage between prelims and mains using newspaper. So you should also make some notes out of newspaper which should consist of some data points and some very good headlines that you can use in mains introduction. So for 2023, first preference should be for your optional. So for the first 4 months, you should try to complete your optional as fast as possible. And with the optional, you should also cover those points which are not coinciding with prelims, like the points, like the parts like governance, internal security. That should be your highest preference in the first 4 months. Then the next 2 months, you can cover the static part of your portion, like which is overlapping with prelims, like the geography, polity part. Then you can gradually shift towards the prelims mode, where you can read more towards prelims orientation, then solve most of the test series in the last 3 or 4 months before prelims. This should be a broad strategy. So for CSE prelims, as everybody, I was also nervous before the exam day itself. So but your nervousness should calm down before seeing the exam paper. So in that 2 hours, you should strategize in such a way that in the first 1 hour, you should cover the entire question paper once, and you should find out those answers which are 100% you are sure of, and you try to bubble those answers then and there itself. In the next 1 hour, for the first 45 minutes, you try to do those which are 50-50 sure of. In the last 15 minutes, you can try to improve your attempt number. Then in the break between paper 1 and paper 2, try to not indulge in finding answers to your previous questions. Rather, you try to focus upon CSAT, because CSAT is also becoming more and more tougher. So in those 2 hours, you try to prepare CSAT confidently. So after giving your prelims exam, there will be around 28 days before your result. In those 28 days, your priority should be on completing optional part of your syllabus, and then you should also focus upon giving GS4, because it is one of the biggest scoring subject. Once your result is out, try to do at least 2 test series, either any of the 2 institutions, and try to give at least 1 test in every 3 days or 2 days as per your confidence. Then you also try to make short notes in those parts where the questions are repeating. Like in the governance part, try to make a short note on NGOs and SHGs. In a similar way, in the GS3, you try to make a short notes on internal security, so that you can repeat the same answer in your final exam. So in optional, there are 3 golden rules. First is the availability of resources. Like if there is an optional where the resources are freely available in market, go for that optional. Second is the guidance. Guidance can be in any form. It can be in your senior or in your mentorship programs, anything. That should be your second preference. And your third should be the repeatability of the questions. Like if you are seeing in anthropology, the previous year questions are getting repeated. So my point is these 3 things, because practically optional is one thing which can make or break your. So civil services breaks down every person. There is being confidently strong is one's biggest myth in civil service. So whenever you are low, you try to find a good support system. It can be your parents or your friends. Try to share your feelings with them, and try to remember why you have started this journey at the first place. So that can be very much motivating towards these emotionally weaker parts of your life. So civil services provides a very diverse opportunities. So that is one thing which attracts a lot of people to coming towards this service. But civil service have some very core values. One is being honest to yourself and being integrity in your preparation. So if you are not being honest to yourself and you are cheating yourself, you can stop preparing for UPSC. You try to cultivate this feeling of being sincere to at least yourself. Then you can continue for civil service and also take it as your career option.